Hey guys, today's video is all about surrender. Surrender is my new favorite thing. Surrendering. Recently, I had something come up in my life where there was a lot of uncertainty. I felt like I had no control. I felt like I didn't see an end to this sort of almost chaos. And it wasn't even real. It was something I was making up in my head because the situation I've been in recently is a lot of change. A lot of change with we're moving. My stepsons have moved to LA. They don't have a place yet. We don't have a new place yet. So a lot of uncertainty and sort of new stuff happening. Really good stuff, but the ego likes to have control. The ego likes to know things, likes to have structure, likes to have, safety. And when we feel like things are up in the air and we don't know when they won't be up in the air anymore, I felt an internal trigger, a big trigger. And I feel really grateful that I have this sort of spiritual toolbox that I've created over the last 15 years of my life and I use daily. And I have a very strong spiritual daily practice of 20 minutes twice a day of meditation, prayers, and just lifestyle. But at times, there's even a deeper need for surrender, and it's such a gift. But before you get to that point of surrender, it can be really hard. And so, as a spiritual coach, I like to just be really honest and authentic and raw and real, and to be honest about the spiritual path. And that even though I'm a spiritual coach, I'm someone that teaches this stuff, I obviously still go through it. It's normal. What's not normal is to think that once you've learned it, it's all gone. No, the whole point of being on a spiritual path is to learn these tools and then apply them so that it's a really easier ride. It has more meaning and it has more certainty. So what we do is, what I did, I want to share with you guys, is I had all this negative emotion of uncertainty come up and feelings of sadness. It felt really sad, almost like depression. And I knew it wasn't me, so I wanted to really hear what it was. And I went on a hike one day and I started doing things for myself and really taking care of myself and getting space for myself, which is very hard when you have a bunch of people around, but very necessary. And I heard, first I let myself cry. I just let the tears come up and come out and flow and get really sort of engulfed in that feeling. It's not scary once you really understand that it's not taking over you. It has a sort of message for you. So I let the tears come up and out, and after the tears, I got to hear what the need was. There was a need. There was a need that wasn't being met. And the fear in there was, I don't know how to meet my need. So what the ego does is starts to control and bully almost and get all powerful and big. And what I did instead is I just got vulnerable. And I got sad. And I allowed the pain to come up. And I allowed the message of I'm not getting my need met. And so what the need was, it was to have to have more certainty. And so I asked myself, okay, well, what if I'm not supposed to have certainty? Since I can't figure out how to have it in this moment, what if I just surrender that need? What if I don't need certainty? And it's funny because what came up is you actually don't need it when you trust the universe. The universe is always certain. You will always be taken care of. And it took a few moments, but what I really got to see is that was just my ego being afraid because it didn't know what the soul knows. The soul knows I'm always taken care of. Everything's always happening for me. But the ego thinks, I can't trust that. You're messing me up. I have to figure it out. So as soon as I surrendered my ego need to know, I was more in the flow again. I really heard the message loud and clear that you don't need to be certain. It's always certain for you. And I'm telling you, I got home from my hike. My stepson calls me. He says, oh my God, I think we found a place to live. I mean, it just boom, boom, boom. My realtor came over. We restaged the house. A bunch of people came in the next day. Things started moving because I got out of my own way. So my message with this daily dose today is when you're feeling negative emotion come up, there's always a need behind it. And we have this ego need that I have to figure it out. I have to take care of it. And if you can really just surrender in that moment and let it be, you will see that there is this whole universe that has your back. So that's your daily dose for today. In the moment of negative emotion, surrender. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Namaste.